Good afternoon, HPU community and family. Welcome to week 6 of Cooking Collaborative. Today, we're going to feature one of our favorite new to come recipes from the Butterfly Cafe. Chef Brandon here is going to explain to you what we're going to be doing today.
So we had a request for the hummus from Butterfly. We did do a sample of about 4 days worth of recipe testing. Allowed people to come in and test some of the recipes, try some of the recipes out, see how it was going to play out. But amidst all of this, we had to back that up, and now it's going to be opening up in summer session 2. So we're looking forward to bringing that to you. So what we're going to do is we have the dill hummus recipe that's featured daily at the Butterfly Cafe, but we tried to spice it up a little bit. We are typically been doing an entree style meal. This is going to be more of an appetizer, or could even be used as a past app. We're going to display it more as a past app. So it'll be the dill hummus on a bagel chip with kind of a sweet and sour tomato and a crispy chickpea. So nice rounded flavors there and textures, and should be a good one.
And as I said before, you can throw your own ingredients. If you've had hummus before, you can put anything that you want on this, other vegetables that you like, roasted vegetables, fresh herbs, anything that you prefer, you can add to this is what we're going to do. It's going to be really fun. You can also use this hummus as a spread on any kind of sandwiches that you would enjoy. So it should be really fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to roast the chickpeas. Like Chef Brandon said, this will bring some extra flavor and texture to your chickpeas. If you want to use roasted chickpeas for your hummus, we're going to use them for our hummus and a garnish, correct? Give it a little texture and flavor profile to your hummus and your appetizer. Crispy chickpeas, we got 7.5 ounces of crispy chickpeas. We're just gonna put this in a bowl. We're gonna put all of our ingredients in there and then we're gonna toss it together. Salt, simple. Pepper, simple. Then we're gonna have some oil. And then you gotta mix those in there. You gotta get them all well and coated and seasoned. Nice, you can play around if you wanna learn how to get everything nice and coated there. Fun way to get your sheet tray in there and spread them out nice and evenly so they all get a good even roast. And like Chef Brandon said, we're going to put those in the oven on 350 for about 45 minutes to 1 hour.
All right, so next step of our process is going to be making the bagel chips. Here at High Point, we get our bagels from a local bakery out of Mooresville called Manhattan Bakery. So we're blessed to have them on campus. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and get my gloves on here.
I'm just gonna watch.
We can get it cut. You're intimidating me with that deep dark stare.
I'm just gonna watch. As Chef Brandon's getting ready here, if you don't want to use bagels, you can use toast points, you can use lavash crackers, you can use anything that you really want to create your own crostini for this appetizer that we're gonna make today.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just cut this bagel completely in half, make it a little bit easier. We're gonna go with a quarter of a bagel pretty much, but then we're gonna trim it up. I'm probably looking at about 4 to 5 equal pieces out of that. Take it back again, one more time. So then we're spreading it out a little bit and we have these pieces of the bagel like this. And you know, it doesn't take long to toast these guys off. Definitely keep an eye on the oven. You know, you're looking about 300 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes. So nothing crazy. Look at this guy going.
They don't have to be perfect cuts.
Yeah.
Chef Brandon's cutting them almost like a pizza right now. A couple little triangles, but it all depends on how you want to cut them. You can cut a little disc out of them.
Pass me a sheet tray, please,
Yeah,
sir.
yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else I can give you?
Oh, you're doing a great job.
Do you need a bowl to toss this in?
I think I'm gonna lay them out.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, that's right. And you can, like Jeremy said, you can toss them in a bowl if you like. What I'm gonna do, and the recipe kind of highlights this a little bit too, is lay it down flat on the sheet tray. We're gonna drizzle with a little bit of olive oil. Now I'm gonna take a clove of garlic, smash it a little bit with my knife, bring out some of the oils and the juices from the garlic. Just do a quick rub on there, just get that essence of garlic into those bagel chips.
Now, if you don't have any whole cloves, you can take some minced garlic that you can always get already minced in the grocery store. Add a little bit of oil to it, take a brush or a spoon, and you can just brush it on your bagel chips or whatever you're using for your appetizer that day. But whole cloves of garlic, just rub it on there. It does Great flavors.
Gives you a little bit of extra zing there.
It
your
does.
chip, so.
Good aroma when it's cooking, good flavor when you bite into the bagel.
All right, so it's been about 35 minutes on our crispy chickpeas, and then it's been about 10 to 12 minutes on our bagels. So we're gonna go get these guys out, let them start cooling, and then move on to the next step of the process.
Look great, chef.
Chickpeas are nice and golden brown. They're still a little soft. 15, 20 minutes out of the oven, cooling down, they'll crisp right up. Same as the bagel chips. Bagel chips have a little color to them, looking good. So we'll get those set aside, start cooling down.
So while those are cooling down, we're going to talk about roasting the tomatoes. You will find the procedure for this on your recipe card. What we got is we got some cherry tomatoes, or if you have tomatoes that are in your garden, you can dice those up into a bigger dice. Same process if you'd like. You can get any colored cherry tomatoes that you want, heirlooms. I've got some cherry tomatoes already cut in half here, so we're going to go ahead and add these to my mixing bowl.
And a lot of that with this dish as well is like you're brightening up the color with what you're bringing to the plate.
That's right.
So same with the flavors there. Nice
Yeah.
burst of flavor in your mouth when you have it.
That's right. You got to add your salt, your black pepper, simple ingredients. You really want the flavor of the tomatoes to come out when you roast these. A little bit of olive oil and some red wine vinegar.
That really just kind of brings out that sweet and sour flavor to it.
Toss them all up, get them nice and evenly coated in. Chef, will you grab that sheet tray right there and put a little oil on it for me, please?
I got you.
Thank you very much. As before, with the chickpeas, you're just gonna lay them out on the sheet tray. Get them nice, spread out evenly. And then we're gonna put these in the oven on 350 degrees for about 6 to 8 minutes. You'll be able to tell the skins will start breaking and they're gonna be roasted and they're gonna be perfect.
See some little water starting to come out of it. All right, so we're now on to the final step of our process here. It's going to be making the hummus. So super simple recipe. Once again, we talked about, every week, combining your own flavors, utilizing things out of your garden, whether it's herbs or fresh vegetables. This recipe, we're using the dill that's based around the Butterfly Cafe's menu. That can be switched out with basil, cilantro, any of your really favorite herbs. Even arugula. I really like a good arugula hummus. You can't go wrong there. So, we've also roasted peppers to go into it. Once again, the tomatoes. So that's something else you could add to it just to create a little bit different dimension and flavor profile.
And as Chef Brandon was talking about with the cilantro, you can always sub out black beans for the chickpeas too, so you can make black bean hummus. There's some really good recipes out there for black bean hummus, so it's another thing to think about if you want to go that route as well.
So we're going to pull a little dill off of our fresh dill here. So a little bit of a chop on there because it is going to go into the food processor. So just try to break up some of these larger stems. Some other flavor of that dill coming out.
Wonderful.
So we're going to go on and get the components put into our food processor. You can add everything pretty much but your oil. This recipe, I added a little bit of water to that, just smooth it out if that's something that you prefer, a little bit smoother of a hummus, not as chunky. So we got that option there. We have our salt. We have our lemon juice. And we have our tahini.
Now tahini is roasted, toasted, ground up sesame seeds. It's going to add another level of flavor and texture to your hummus.
There's our fresh dill in there, flavor packed. And then we'll go ahead and add our oil. Might get a little loud. We're going to stop for a second and grab a spoon and
Yes, sir.
line so we can fully incorporate.
Now, if you're noticing that the peas aren't kind of chopping up and pureeing like you want them to, like Chef Brandon said, you can add a little bit of water, or you can add a little bit more oil to your mixture. It'll help smooth it out. Depends on really what the texture of your hummus that you're looking for and what you prefer.
How hearty of a dip really want it to be. We go ahead and add this water to it just to thin it out a little bit more and give it another stir with a spoon. That way we're fully incorporated, don't have any chunkies in there. But once again, that's all about preference too. And there we go. Nice smooth hummus. All right, our tomatoes are all ready and out, and our hummus is made. We have a nice little platter set up here that we're gonna start assembling. Let these guys cool down just a hair bit, and we'll start assembling.
Yeah, so you can just take your chips. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. You know, we're just gonna take a spoon. We're gonna smack it on there. It doesn't have to be neat. If you're worried about neat right now, then this isn't as fun as it should be.
That's very true.
You just want to get this on there, some good flavor. This hummus turned out wonderful. That one flipped over. Chef Brandon's gonna be mad because I messed up his display.
Oh man.
Get that one out of the way. Now, Chef Brandon, go ahead and start garnishing it.
Go back and get our tomato on there. Chickpea on there. Grab another little sprig of dill. That right on the top. There's your presentation.
It's beautiful here. I'm gonna reach over here, grab some tomatoes and help you get these on here. Three hours later.
Right. It's all about the presentation. Eat with your eyes first.
That's right. Have fun doing it. That's what cooking's about. The chef's gonna put a little dill on there for us. Move that one there. There you go, folks. The only thing left to do now is enjoy. I think I'm gonna have one of these myself.
Sounds good to me.
Great job, Chef. Enjoy.
Good. Very good.
Very good.
Nice bright flavors.
Love the fresh dill.
Came out well. Roasted tomatoes have a little sweet and sour going on, so can't go wrong there. Anybody be happy with that.
Like we said, folks, enjoy this. Have fun with this. We hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the hummus. Remember, there's several things you can do with it. Enjoy it. Have fun with it.
Make it your own.
Make it your own. Hope you guys have a great afternoon. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.